So what will the future of palliative care look like? With a rapidly aging population, Singapore must have strong palliative care professionals.
Moving forward, knowing that life is really short, and we see that on a daily basis in palliative care. And therefore, what do we want to do in this short time to improve the system? And I think that's what drives us. And that's what drives us to make every day different and to improve things as soon as possible.
We are blessed with the kind of people who have built us up, right? And they built us up out of real dedication, sincerity, and reflected in the compassion that they have for the community. This legacy of compassion we must retain.
I think one of the very important thing about the nursing people to hold on to is basically on this thing called the humanistic care. And also the person-centered care, that you treat this person as a person, respect the person, give them the autonomy, and then connect with them, give them the best care, give them the best love, and then let them complete their journey. So this is what I think they need. One of my hopes for palliative care is to have good succession planning, and the younger generation will take on more higher leadership, because it's very difficult to get people who want to take on leadership and to move on in palliative care.
How do we help the next generation go on to train yet another generation? So as I look at my medical students now, my question is, which among them are potential leaders for the future? How do I keep in touch with them? And maybe someday they will indeed become my doctors, looking after me, and also be the new doctors that go on to develop better services that will support the country and the community.
I'm a medical student and also the founder of Project Gift of Song. I was thinking how music could really make a difference in bringing that emotional connection beyond what is possible through words. And I think really underscores the importance of using this art form, of using this medium of connecting with people to be able to leave an impact in those who are nearing the end of life. I think that is something that really helps to guide our journey to this day. Our dream is really to build these compassionate communities surrounding death and dying. We understand that this is the effort of everyone who can be involved, not just institutions and societies, but even citizens can play a part. Having double-hatted as a medical student, I think I'm still evolving, but definitely being able to be on the ground and understand some of these needs on the ground, and being able to really learn from the stories of patients, not just within the confines of the clinic or the hospital, but really getting to understand them in their daily lives and their ecosystems of living, is something that really helps to shape my guiding principles as a future doctor.
A few years back, my father passed away from heart attack. So during that period of time, my family was actually very lost. We have no one to actually rely on to ask for help and advice. I actually understand how families feels when their loved one actually pass away. Now, as a nursing student, I feel like a prepared nurse can provide a more efficient and precise nursing care for the patient. Yeah, a more patient-centered care. A patient-centered care should be tailored individually to each patient, because I feel each patient have their different problems and issues they are facing. Often, most of us, when we are busy, we just focus on treating the symptoms, but I think we kind of neglect like the spiritual health, their psychosocial health, as well as like emotional health. So in order to help them to navigate, I will try to understand more, provide sufficient resources, and ensure that even after the loved one pass away, they are still receiving help.
But more than ensuring a new generation of leaders in palliative care, Singapore Hospice Council envisions a future where kindness and care are part of everyday life, where families, neighbours and communities come together to support each other through caregiving, death, dying, grief and bereavement.
As we grow old, I think our generation cannot rely on immediate family for caregiving needs as much as we can now, right? I think families are a lot smaller. You don't have as many siblings as our parents now have. Right? So I think that's where the community is important. But also at the same time, to be able to have like a supportive workplace, supportive neighbors maybe, or supportive friends, those are also quite important. First experience was when my grandfather passed away. That was about 5 to 6 years ago. We received a lot of help under the home hospice care. From the moment the palliative doctor took over the case, he actually asked the patient rather what does he want. So it was nice to have that emotional support, to have support of family and friends. I think that's very important. Sometimes they don't necessarily have to directly support you in the caregiving act. Have friends that you can speak to, or to wind down after an emotional period. I think that's also very important, right? For the caregiver to maybe have a social aspect of his personal life, his or her personal life, and to be able to juggle that balance between caregiving and all that. I'm quite lucky that, you know, in my workplace, my boss and my colleagues were really understanding. So during that period, you know, there were a lot of flexible work arrangements, right? Being able to work from home, to work from the hospital, or to take extra days off, or to offload some of my work to a colleague, right, in the same team. I think those were very important arrangements.
I think the next phase of our development would be to really get the community involved, because in so doing, you really harness the potential of everybody. And palliative care is not just for the healthcare workers, right? Palliative care is for everybody, you know, and everybody has a role to play in palliative care.
Compassion community is a concept. It's a ground-up approach where you want everybody, the public, the lay people, to come together and be there for each other. In the space of palliative care, but also in other areas where you are there. It's that kind of kampung spirit that you want everyone to be on the lookout for whoever needs support.
In home care, it's all about co-shared care. In that space with the patient and the family. It's not a space whereby there is all about reliance on the home hospice team, but really it's about how do we do our best together to actually take care of each and every one of us around us. And it's not just about leaving this work to professionals, but also participating in this together as one community.
If you have 24 hours left, what do you want to do? Nobody tells me they want to go to a hospital and get a blood test. People tell me I want to go eat my char kway teow because I cannot eat it now because I have high cholesterol. I want to go eat my durians. I want to spend all my hard-earned money. I want to spend that time with my loved ones. Nobody says I want to go and see a doctor. Therefore, dying is not a medical incident. It is a social experience. And we must bring it back to society. We must bring it back to the community. Because if not, it is going to be very difficult. And we want to make it everyone's business, and that people are aware that no matter how small a gesture, it means a lot to a person going through that very difficult journey.
I like to think that individually we can do this much. Together we can do so much more. So I hope that SHC can be the glue, can be the mouthpiece of everybody who serves in this sector, so that we will ensure that this movement started by volunteers many years ago will never die.
As we move forward, right, I hope that we can deliver palliative care to more than the traditional type of patient that we serve. And to be able to do that, right, I think we need to have a much larger community. And that's where we have this phrase, right? The palliative care is everybody's business. We get everyone involved.
I think we go back right to Dame Cecily Saunders' quote. We just value the patient as a person, and a person who is at a special time of their lives. So if we can give the person this feeling that he or she is valued and we will look after them, Cecily Saunders was total right. The patient matters, and they matter right to the end of life.
Singapore Hospice Council is carrying this legacy of compassion into the future, building a compassionate and inclusive ecosystem where no one dies or grieves alone.